Helium was one of the most exciting cryptocurrency projects over the last couple years. I mean, mining crypto with radio waves, low power, low cost, high coin earnings, and a potential high coin value. HNT, the Helium coin, did end up going pretty high. Yeah, that was then. Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX have absolutely imploded. You've probably heard the news. Here's the deal though, how does this relate to Helium? They're actively working on moving their entire project to the Solana blockchain. Is this genius? Or are they We're gonna break it down today. I love cryptocurrency mining, and I had a lot of fun mining Helium, and I am still mining Helium, just to be very clear, but I've just been very disappointed month over month the direction that Helium has taken, and especially still their lack of accountability with their approved hotspot manufacturers. There are still people, including myself, that have been waiting on pre-orders now that's going on almost 2 years. That's absolutely insane. Yet they are proud of their cash reserves and their raises and everything else. Well, they're sharing an update. They apparently had no exposure to FTX, Alameda, SBF, or any of their affiliates. They're also not investors in Nova Labs, formerly Helium Inc. That's fine. And I'm really not trying to come off like such a hater in today's video, but we're just dealing with things and we're running through them, as we can, as we see it. Amir Haleem is the CEO of Helium, or really Nova Labs, which is basically the same thing. They also have the Helium Foundation, but Nova Labs pulls the strings. I mean, an idiot would think otherwise. I mean, look at Solana and the Solana Foundation and SBF and FTX and Alameda. And I guess I shouldn't say that they're exactly the same. Everyone's trust is down big time, including myself. And I just want to say this one more time. I want Helium to succeed. I don't hate Amir, I don't hate Helium. I think it's cool, but he reaffirmed it was absolutely the right move then, and it still is now. I think what we're dealing with here is arrogance, complacency, being out of touch, and maybe the fact that he wasn't incredibly negatively impacted by the FTX and BlockFi debacle where I have been. I'm hurt right now, financially, emotionally, right? And I don't want to be not taken serious because of that, but I just think I have a lot more sympathy and understanding, like all the others that have been impacted by these things. I want nothing to do with Solana. I think it's absolutely trash now, but I'll explain exactly why that is not just a invalid opinion, but there's all of these additional red flags. And how long are we all going to sit around and play in SBF's little, made up ecosystem and games? We'll talk about that later, but my network's going down while I remind you, that's a Solana joke, what Helium is anyway. So we've showed this page many times. It was originally a LoRa, right? Long range radio waves, mining, IoT kind of thing, but they've been pivoting towards 5G. And then they introduced Coin ecosystem where their original Helium miners, these hotspots, now mine IoT, which has been coming soon for a while. Apparently it's redeemable for Helium HNT. We'll see how that goes. In addition to IoT, if you have a 5G miner, you earn the mobile token. And honestly, it's just kind of convoluted, and my trust is at an all-time low with this kind of stuff. I don't want 27 tokens. It's honestly sounding like a whole lot of. And as an actual user of this ecosystem, right, as a small client and also from a business point of view, I don't want all these stupid tokens from either side. Only person who wants multiple tokens is someone who's just, into trying to game this casino stuff like that, trying to play the market, or maybe there's some shady things on it, some nefarious deeds. Again, I'm not trying to throw shade at them exactly. I'm sick of this, and a lot of other people are sick of this too, and I'm really just voicing the opinion of many here. Take the metrics, for example. They're close to 1 million hotspots, but barely half of them are online, and it's down 7, almost 8%. Helium, the HNT token, is just trading for a couple bucks. Solana was invested in by Alameda Research. Entanglement, poor Will Smith, putting it lightly, it ran much deeper than that. It was a scam. It was a Ponzi scheme. Solana's down 94% over the last year. When all this madness started unfolding, their market cap was $6 billion. To be honest, I'm personally absolutely astonished that it's still maintaining a market cap of over $5 billion, and the coin's still trading at $14 a coin. This fallout has just seen another 700 million, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, prominent backer of the network. There's also the Solana Foundation, how they've been impacted. They say just 1 million in cash on their balance sheet. Also 3 million shares of the FTX trading common stock. Almost 3.5 million FTT, the FTX token, 134 million of the SRM Serum tokens, which was incredibly overvalued in FTX's back end to basically fudge their numbers. There's more trouble for Solana and Sam coins as FTX affiliated projects like Serum attempt to recover. FTX backed Bitcoin and Ether tokens. Deep Heg on Solana is trading at a 50% discount because these were basically complete that was made and propped up by Alameda Research and FTX. And so this is huge distrust in the Solana ecosystem. Why would Helium, who is still worth, even at this very low price point, right? They are down 95.5% from their all-time high. They're trading at $2.43 a coin. They're ranked 101 in cryptocurrencies by market cap. They're worth over $300 million still. And they have a lot of hardware out there deployed. It's such arrogance and just being completely out of touch that they would still move to the Solana ecosystem. It's not even a good blockchain. It goes down all the time. We've been waiting for fixes. The core backbone of Solana and what really propped it up and made it anything was FTX and Alameda. And there are some decent projects building on Solana and that exist on Solana. And those decent projects would be stupid to remain there. It's tainted, it's over. And if you like Solana tech, fork it, make your own Solana, and someone else can keep building. But it's just too tainted. I will never like Solana. I will never trust Solana. I will never support Solana. Imagine any terrible person in history, right? There's a lot of names you could say here, and I don't even need to name names. Think of the worst person in history. Whoever pops into your mind right there, well, they just made a blockchain. But they got rid of that guy. That guy's gone now. But you're still going to use his blockchain? They didn't invent the wheel. We don't need it. Okay, there's alternatives. And if you really like the tech so much, fork it. Otherwise, fork off. As far as I'm concerned, it's not even an option. There's been a lot of leaks and rumors coming out of this whole FTX debacle, to put it, lightly, right? It's truly, statistically, the biggest Ponzi scheme, scam the world has ever seen, the human race has ever seen. There's been so many rumors and all this other stuff coming out. FTX employees saying this, that, whatever. One of the things that came across is they're saying things like, yeah, let's pull a Solana on Aptos, right? And what they mean by that is insider trading with customer funds, writing dApps, marketing, saying F you, I'll buy all of your Solana for 3 on Twitter, right? Obviously, SBF's, power in that isn't going to work anymore. My point and takeaway here, though, is that it was fraudulent from the start. Take a glance at this and tell me how Solana is not a security. It's a security in the Howey test. They're going to start being so critical and harsh on cryptocurrencies after this. It's going to be crazy. And I actually think that there actually now might be a hope for more projects to come back to proof of work, fair launches, and actually distribute their cryptocurrencies. Because good luck getting anywhere, especially with US investors, with securities. And other countries internationally are going to be much more strict themselves as well. Because keep in mind, FTX.com didn't even impact most US citizens directly. Of course, there's FTX US, I'm aware. But it's FTX.com that was the powerhouse. FTX US was just simply popular. Helium's been really pushing this 5G narrative and linking up with T-Mobile on a smartphone and all that. I got some interesting comments on the last video when we talked about that. I absolutely believe, as a very recent customer of T-Mobile, that they're absolute trash. Customer service, actual service, whatever. Some other people have had good experiences. Good. I'm glad. I couldn't be less excited for a T-Mobile 5G partnership, personally. So We'll see where that goes. Other projects like Aptos and Sui invested in, and some Solana and FTX team members actually migrated over there, are in huge jeopardy as well. And to be honest, just maybe pretty poor bets. Obviously, if you take the bets with the highest odds stacked against you, if it does work out, it could be super lucrative. Or you could get FTX'd and X'd out all your money. At least there were some funny memes that came out of the BitConnect debacle. And clips that came out of the BitConnect scam from several years ago. And BitConnect was very obviously scammy from the get-go. FTX and SBF masqueraded as the richest man soon to be in the world, richest for his age, rich list, savior, white knight, hero, bailing out. He didn't bail out anyone. He stole. He bought things to move the shells around with his little shell game. Solana is not pure of any of this. It's absolutely tainted. And can I just remind you again? Solana's blockchain is unreliable, glitchy, downtime, lots of errors. It's not the place to be, especially of all things for a phone network. You could say that they're different networks and they're not the same, but you're intertwining them. If Helium wants to just give up and sit on the millions of dollars that they've raised and not develop their own blockchain, which is one of the reasons I used to be super enthusiastic about Helium, then just go to Ethereum and be an ETH token. Hello, Mr. ERC20. Sit over here with the rest of them. At least there's easy exchange and wallet access. At least you could sit in my MetaMask or my cold storage if I want, whatever. I'm not saying this to brag or showboat, but Voskcoin was voted the #1 content creator for Helium last year. I'm sure no matter what, unless they have a transparent vote, even if I did have the most votes, I doubt that I'll get the award this year. I don't hate Helium. I want Helium to succeed. But I'm not one of the idiots sitting in their echo chamber that just strokes them all day. If it ain't good, it ain't good. Let's take a step back, a deep breath, and work on it and fix it. The path they've been going down is wrong. We'll see where it goes. If you want to connect with other people into Helium, I don't recommend their Discord server at all. I do recommend the channel for Helium in the Voskcoin Discord server. You could say I'm biased, but I speak out of experience for whatever it's worth. They also talk me, because I keep it real with that one. There's also the Voskcoin Talk forum, which has the Helium Wiki by KTP, the best HNT resource in the world. To my knowledge, they've never even highlighted it. It's better than anything anyone in their community has ever even created, or as a resource guide. A lot of missteps. Don't misstep. Subscribe. If for no other reason, for Tails. Our CMO, our Chief Mining Officer. Thanks for watching. A lot of negative content lately. Take a deep breath. We'll get through this. Spend some time with your friends, family, your pups, your cats, pets, whatever. Have a good one.